Hello everybody, my name is ManuS and welcome to another MTGCardmarket modern video series of mine. Today I'm gonna play some more of my favorite modern deck, Esper Delve. Recently the Grixis Death Shadow version, which is sort of similar to this deck, became like the most popular, most played deck on MTGO, and it seemed like a good time to go back to this, especially because it has some upsides in this pseudo mirror, like not having to take as much damage, having enough answers for their Death Shadow, so the advantage of them taking damage goes away, and then suddenly we have like more life and threats that don't die to their 4 fatal pushes, since they usually run like 4 fatal push and 2 terminates, and we have like 7 fatal push proof units, creatures that they only can terminate. Well, we have like all of our removal that can kill all of their threats basically. Also, Lingering Souls is really great in these battles because if everybody is killing the opposing creatures, Lingering Souls is gonna be hard to deal with usually. So yeah, the main deck didn't really change much. I recently, I think in the last video I still had the plains in the sideboard, so now I have like 18 lands with the 1 plains in the main deck, and I'm currently trying the full 4 Snapcaster mages for a change over the like slate of hand that I used to have since Detection Probe is gone. And yeah, the sideboard changed a bunch. Like basically we have the Force Pass to Exile for Dredge and other like bigger stuff like Eldrazi's and Persist creatures and so on. A Disenchant for like Pyromancer's Ascension and Affinity and stuff. It's possible that there should be a second, but right now I could only fit 1. And it's like not that important usually, but we'll see if I miss having more of those and maybe want to go up to a second. Might be, especially with decks like Lantern Control around. But there's the Force Lingering Souls to go up to the maximum 4 in the matchups where it's great, which is quite a bunch. Then we have 2 Timely Reinforcements, which are a bit of an improvisation to be honest, because optimally I would like to play Collective Brutality, but that recently skyrocketed to like 20 tickets each, and I'm currently out of tickets and couldn't find anyone that has any to borrow them, so I have to run the Timely Reinforcements, which will be better or worse depending on the situation. Overall, Brutality is a more efficient, more flexible card, and I like to run that, but right now for the video Timely Reinforcement has to do. Sorry about that. Then we have 2 Ceremonious Rejection, just a really nice, very cheap, efficient counterspell. It's great against all the Tron decks, regular Tron and Eldrazi Tron. It's also really good against Affinity and Lantern Control. Just comes in handy in a bunch of matchups and is super efficient at 1 mana. Then we have the remaining 2 Stubborn Denial for all the unfair matchups like Control and combo spell heavy matchups where this is great. 2 Surgical Extractions and 2 Nihil Spell Bombs against graveyard based decks, mostly Dredge, but there's also stuff like Storm popping back up, the occasional Living End and so on. So there's a bunch of uses for these cards and matchups to like fight with it. It is possible that's a bit too much graveyard hate, and maybe like 3 pieces or so is enough, just because some of the matchups, like almost all of the matchups other than Dredge, can sort of be handled with like other cards like Counter Magic. So yeah, it's possible that one of these graveyard hate pieces should rather be like a Disenchant maybe, not sure. And then we have 2 Flaying Tendrils for like go wide tribal type decks like Elves, Merfolk, stuff like that. And it's also really great against a collected company and affinity matchup, for example, because it wipes most of their things and gets rid of their persist creatures, which have been like run less lately because of the new Devoted Druid Vizier combo. But yeah, still like a very important piece in my experience, because there are some matchups that are really hard to win without Flaying Tendrils, especially the like tribal decks. And yeah, that's it for the deck. Otherwise it's still the same core that I've been running for quite some time, and I'm really happy with the core pieces. So let's jump into a competitive league and see how we're doing. Stay tuned for the first match coming up in a moment. Thanks for watching.